So when airing down in the last, I think about 9 years, I'm using this ARB air down kit, and it worked fine and it did this job, but recently the hose got kind of broken on this part and air is leaking, so I wanted to try something else. But now, some of the disadvantages of it has a bunch of benefits, but some of the disadvantages is that there are multiple actions that you have to do. You have to screw the main part onto the tire nipple, I guess, or vent or whatever it's called. Then you have to take the nipple out with this one. So all in all, it takes about 2 minutes per wheel to air down, which is no big deal, about 8 minutes the whole 4. But I wanted to try something different. So I got this from San Hima, and it's basically an air down thingy, right? So it's nice and small, and I'm gonna give it a shot and I'm gonna see how it works and if it's any good. So these air down devices from San Hima come in groups of 4. Visually, they're kind of cool, orange and black. There's a dial here that you can adjust the PSI that you want to air down to. I don't know how accurate it is, but it doesn't matter. I used my spare tire at home to just adjust it to the level I need. And you just do it once and that's it. So it doesn't matter how accurate it is. Now there's also this little thing on the top here, and what it is that if for whatever reason, when you screw these on, it does not start deflating, you can pull this off to kind of kickstart it. Now, a situation when I see that happening is that, let's say for example, my pressure right now is 30 psi and I want to get it down to 28 psi. The pressure differences may not be enough to kind of kickstart it, so you just pull this up and it'll kickstart the air down. Now, in terms of how long it takes to air down, I tried it at home on a 35-inch tire, and the air pressure was at 60 and I went down to, I think, 25 or so. It took almost exactly 2 minutes, which is no big deal, because if you think about it, if I go around the 4 wheels and by the time I screw it on the first one, or the second one, on the third one, on the fourth one, I come back to the first one, it'll be almost done. So time-wise, collectively, I would assume it would take about maybe 4 minutes to do all 4 tires versus 8 minutes with my previous concoction, which was the ARB thingy. But I guess we'll test that. So what I'm gonna do right now, I'm gonna go start screwing those into the wheels, but I'm gonna start the timer after screwing the first one. Or actually, when I start screwing the first one, I'm gonna start the timer. All right, so I have all 4 of them in my hand. I'm gonna start the stopwatch right now. I'm gonna start screwing the first one, and I'll go around and I'll do all 4 of them. And you can hear it start airing down right away almost. All right, so I put it on all 4 wheels. Took 1 minute to do that. Now, let's see when will the first one be done. Now, these wheels here are bigger than the ones I tried at home. At home it was 35-inch, these are 37s. So I'm now at 2 minutes and 7 seconds, and I started at 50 psi. Once it's done, I'm gonna check the pressure, see what it's at, somewhere between 20 and 30, and we'll check how long it took. So the first wheel took almost 4 minutes on the dot, which is not bad for 37, but I want to explain how I adjusted them. So I took one of them on a spare tire at home, aired it up to 60, and played with the thread here to get to the pressure that I wanted. I think it was 27. And the rest of them I just did by eye. I just looked at the number of threads and just adjusted the rest of them. So on the 4 wheels here, 3 of them were good, 27. One of them went all the way down to 18. Maybe I didn't count the threads correctly, but I would recommend, if you end up using those, adjust each one separately. You know, air down, air up the tire again, adjust it, air up the tire again, adjust it, or do it while you air out in the woods. But all in all, first one took 4 minutes, and then you know, the second, third, and fourth, you know, few seconds after we're done. And it took roughly about 5 minutes altogether. Other than that, another big benefit is that while this is doing its job, you can do whatever you want. It's sitting on the wheels, you can go get a drink, eat something, play with the dog, whatever you want. Setup is very simple. You unscrew the nut to loosen it up, then grab this and turn the body left or right to adjust it to the level that you need, to the PSI that you need. Depends on the numbers here. Once it is adjusted to the level that you need, so you can screw it on and off. Once it's adjusted to the level that you need, simply tighten the nut and it is going to be set to the PSI that you wanted. And again, if I want a lower PSI, just going to unscrew it this way, close the nut, and I will have it on, let's say 23 for example. Very simple. So after using these for a couple of times, the only con that I found is that sometimes when I grab to take them off of the wheel, I accidentally touch the nut here and it opens it. But other than that, it works well. It seems like it's built very solid. This is metal. There's no plastic parts here at all, as far as I can tell. And for a little over $30 for the set of 4, I would say that this is an easy buy. So I'm going to continue to use this, and if I find anything different or if something goes wrong, I'll update everyone. But other than that, I would say for $30+ for ease of use, for the quality of it,